This is Tarron with Twisted Mesquite Performance Horses. We are on a mission to create a world-class 2-year-old program that specializes in the rein cow horse. This week we're doing a review with Salty. This is the end of week 2 with him. This week we've gotten a lot of rain, quite a bit of rain here, so our arenas and round pen are just pretty wet. We have a vet appointment tomorrow, and so we wanted to get out here and prepare this horse, do our review and prepare this horse for getting onto the vet, make sure we can get him loaded in the trailer, make sure he's comfortable with that whole situation. That way we don't have any problems or any issues at the vet, and we can get done what we need to get done. So I just want to go through. I haven't loaded him in the trailer yet. He loaded in on the trailer 2 weeks ago when he came, but he wasn't halter broke or anything at that point, so we just run him in. And at this point now, I want to get to where I can just send him in the trailer, him be calm and comfortable in the trailer, and then get to be where he wants to be in the trailer. He's hunting to be in the trailer. So first off, I caught him. I've done some flexing with him. So started, desensitizing him today. That's what I was doing with him, brushed him out. And so I want to work on our sending exercise. Just send him between me and this fence here. Make sure he's getting off this halter pressure. We got his feet done yesterday. He stood really well. Got his front and back feet done. His back feet, I think, needed it pretty badly. And so we were able to, like I said, we were able to get a good trim all the way around, start getting him really balanced. We like to make sure that the care to us of these horses is as important as the training as the service is. And so the communication with our customers, all three of those things are important to us. They're our core values: exceptional care, exceptional service, care, and training. And so all of those things working together, makes for opportunities, good opportunities to train these horses. Just like tomorrow, getting ready to take him to the vet. We need to make sure that we can load him in the trailer, we can get him out of the trailer, make sure that we have a basis. We've worked on this at home so that when we get there, he understands what we're needing to do, and we can, hopefully mitigate any issues or anything we have or may have just by doing our homework at home. That way every experience is a good experience. We build these horses' confidence all along the way. So I want to just spend time getting this horse comfortable, coming between me and the trailer, just like me and the fence. Get to where I can get him, like I said, comfortable, and then it gives me a starting place to where here in a second I can ask him to step up to this trailer and give him opportunity to rest right here. He may or may not just jump in, but the biggest thing is just finding a starting place. I want to make sure that he's comfortable right here. I let him rest right here. If he decides to go take off, or was worried about this right here and just decided to wheel around and go somewhere else, I just put his feet back to work. But I'll let him rest here a second, let him think about this being the resting area, the resting place, because then, you know, this is the foundation to be able to just send this colt in that trailer and him not be worried about it. You know, we've had horses in training with, you know, we've had experiences there where we had horses in training where there wasn't a whole lot of groundwork done, and so we would go and pick the horse up and couldn't get the horse loaded in the trailer. You know, years at a performance horse barn, and this horse still wouldn't load in the trailer. And so to me, it's kind of a simple thing. It's a small thing, but it's a big thing. You know, it's important. Is if that horse won't load in the trailer, I mean, what happens if you're in a situation where you've got to hurry up and get going? You got to hurry up and get that horse loaded, or you're just hauling to go ride down the road. You know, you want to be able to just send your horse in the trailer or walk in and that horse follow you right in, you know, to where it's no big deal. So he went and just kind of backed up. So I'm just going to put him back to work. I don't want it to be too big a deal out here. If he'll trot around here, I'm good with it, because we still are building our confidence. We still are, you know, I want to keep him light on this halter. I don't want him getting too worried and start fighting this halter and trying to run off or anything like that. I want to continue building on what he knows groundwork wise and keep this a good situation. But I kind of like that he's starting to slow down there right in front of the trailer. You're right there. He's got some moves to him. That's where he'll kind of draw back and bring that front end through. Of course, he's a cat, so I mean, it makes sense. Being able to be athletic and move his body, and you know, he's built well, pretty. See, every time we come rest him here, I want it to be, you know, the next time. So last time he stood up here about like this, he was this, you know, maybe a little, maybe not so far up in the trailer. And so I wanted him to at least get to that point or better every time that I have him come here and rest. Like, so that's our new standard, where he's, you know, his feet are this close to the trailer. His nose is that far in. That's our new standard. In order for him to get his rest, he has to be able to get back to this point. If he decides to walk off, that's all right. We'll just put him back to work. You know, we probably could get away with, he's sensitive enough, not concerned about the trailer. You could probably get away with trying to send him in there, putting pressure on him, sending him in there, and you know, you get him in the trailer based off of just putting a lot of pressure behind him. But the problem with that is, you know, if they're not comfortable going in that trailer, at some point you're going to get to where that doesn't work so well. Or from my experience, you have to continue to build pressure or add more pressure to them in order to get the same response. And you know, that's not how we do things. We want to do things to where it's their idea. You know, we create a situation to where it's, you know, simply put, it's make the wrong thing difficult and the right thing easy for them. And so where out here in this situation, the wrong thing is being outside this trailer. The easy thing for them is to be inside that trailer, and that's where they get an opportunity to get their rest. You know, the first time we loaded him, it wasn't a big stressful situation. loaded in here with his buddy. And so, we're starting out with a pretty good baseline where he shouldn't be too concerned about this trailer. Shouldn't be too worried about it. Now, if it'd been a big old fight to get him in and just a terrible experience, you'd probably it'd be a little more difficult. But, see, I like the try he took there. I like that a lot. So that was the first time we've been able to just send him in this trailer. I want to just let him sit here and rest. If he goes to get out, like I said, we'll just put him back to work, make him work there a minute, and then put him back in the trailer. Ideally, you work on this for several days, a couple days straight, or you have an opportunity to haul these young colts somewhere and be able to get experience. They just get experience loading, unloading, to where it's a good opportunity. They just gain more miles under their feet, more experience doing it, and you'll be able to solidify it. Ideally, you have enough time to where you can make it a good experience every time that they load, and then that way you build the ability and the understanding for those horses to understand that it's not a bad place to be, that it's a good place to be in that trailer. And the more times you can make it a good experience, the principles are the same. You work outside, you rest inside, and you repeat that over and over and over again. And every time you do that, if you do a good job, those horses ought to just load right in quicker and quicker every time. Like him, I would imagine maybe him hesitate, a couple more times. But then if we continue on and we have good experiences and we continue on with him, I bet it won't be no big deal for him to load in this trailer, because he hasn't had a reason to be worried about it. He hasn't had a reason to be concerned about it. Just more of the instinct in him to be kind of claustrophobic in a tight enclosed area. Just a natural instinct they have. Like I said, we want to just give them a chance to rest right here. Rest and relax and have a good time. Be able to catch his air right here. So we'll do it one more time with him. I probably could just take him out and send him right back in, but I want to solidify it a little bit more for him. I want to have an opportunity to bring him out of this trailer, see how he comes out. Sometimes you can get a horse in, but getting them back out is a problem. And so we want to give him opportunity to come back out. I do want to address, so a lot of times, cowboy culture, ranch culture, but also, if you're loading horses in a performance horse trailer, aluminum trailer, you want to be able to load them in and then back them out. And I do agree with that. I do want to be able to do that. I've found that I want to make sure that my backing is good on the ground, and I want them to be comfortable getting in and out of the trailer before I add the extra pressure of making them back out. So I want to be able to load them in. I want them to be comfortable being in the trailer, and then being able to be able to back them really well off that halter pressure on the ground, and then I can load it, and then I can add that backup while I'm in the trailer. I don't want to add that too soon. It's a high pressured situation. You're in the trailer with them, in that scenario. So it's a good thing to just add later on, in my opinion, rather than try to pick a fight or make it be a fight with these horses early on. I'll just kind of let them figure it out. Especially when they're kind of a little concerned about getting out. When they do get out, just let them rest right there. Let them take a breath. Let them know everything's good. That it's a safe place right here. Okay, so now I want to make sure that we go back to work right here. Especially with him, he kind of, he's little younger, and his attention span is not as long. I want to get him kind of keep things going. Make sure that we're not spending too long on one thing, not letting him get bored with the situation. I want to continue that good mindset that he has, that curiosity that he has, and so I want to put him right back to work instead of letting him kind of be playful or get distracted or anything like that. You want to make sure to be able to do this somewhere with some good ground underneath of you, where the ground is soft. We got a couple rocks way over there a little bit, but right here where I've got this trailer is all dirt. It's good footing, and so won't have any issues with them trotting over rocks or anything like that. And that's the importance of wanting to do this or doing this while you're at home, because this would work anywhere, but you certainly don't want to have to be doing this in the middle of a parking lot somewhere, or down in the front of your driveway where you got all sorts of rocks. You want to be able to add this in and do this in a nice area, soft ground, and spend some time to where it solidifies it for him. See right there, he was already hunting going into that trailer. He was already thinking about it being a good idea. With smart horses, it doesn't take but a couple sessions and them loading in this trailer, no problem. See, this one is, it's a little higher step for him, so he kind of has to put a little effort in, just right there. And then even him jumping up here and going all the way to the front, I like that. I'll kind of get me a couple wraps and go in there and shut the trailer gate. That way he just gets familiar with it, comfortable with it for tomorrow. That way we don't have any, he's already gone and run through this whole process. Tomorrow we'll be able to load both of them up and head off to the vet, load them or unload them, whatever we need to do, and it'll all be a good experience. So that's our review with Salty for this week, and other things we've done with him. We've continued on with our groundwork, got his feet done, and then I've also been preparing him for that saddle, just putting that saddle on and off of him, making sure he's comfortable with that. And that way when our ground dries up a little bit, where we have some good footing under him, then I can go ahead and cinch him up and be able to continue on with his training, and continue on with our foundation. So that's our review for Salty this week, and the first loading in the trailer, and it's been successful. So that's our review for today, and we'll catch you up on the next one.